everyone, my name is Tianlein and today I want to explain you how you can power level Enchanting in the Elder Scrolls Online. As always, I provide timestamps in the video description. To level up crafting skills, we need to earn inspiration. In case you have already earned some champion points, be sure that you spend 30 points into the tower to unlock inspiration boost, which will increase your inspiration gain by 20%. And if you have an active ESO Plus subscription, you will have an additional 10% bonus. Be aware that player or Crown Store XP potions don't increase your inspiration gain. Before we start with power leveling, we need first to do some preparations. If you play on PC, I would recommend you to get the wonderful little add-on Multicraft. This lightweight add-on adds a spinner below your crafting screen and you can easily craft and deconstruct a huge amount of glyphs. The add-on works also for all the other crafting professions. You need a lot of space in your inventory and bank. Depending on which method you want to use, you need between 200 to 300 inventory and bank slots. The inventory space of the character you want to level up does not matter, since you can deconstruct items which are stored in your bank. If you don't have so much space, you have to do the crafting and store process in several sessions. Now we need to gather the needed ingredients. If you are playing ESO already for a longer time, you will probably have already collected and stored many materials. Otherwise, you can purchase from traders the needed runes. In case you are on PC, I would recommend you to use the add-on Master Merchant and also Guild Store, which will help you with the prices and enhance the Guild Trader interface. I created already a video about add-ons, which are linked in the video description. There are various ways how you can do your power leveling. I will show you 2 ways how you can do it. First method is the cheaper method, since we will create blue 150 champion point glyphs. We will use Regera or Yehade as potency runes. This will give us the second highest inspiration returns and you can buy both glyphs for a low price around 5 to 10 gold per piece. For essence runes you also use the cheapest runes you can find. For example Oko, Deni, Mako, Dekaipa, Maip or any other cheap essence rune of your choice. We use in my example Deni, which you can buy for 5 to 6 gold. We will use Denata as aspect rune, which is available for 4 gold or even less. Keep in mind that the market prices can change, and depending on the offer you find, you can save some gold or spend some more. But to make it easier, let's calculate that we need to invest with this method around 20 gold per glyph. To make it straightforward, I would recommend to choose one specific sort of glyph and stick with that. Be aware that you need a lot of inventory space to create all the glyphs, since they don't stack in your inventory or bank. In my example, I didn't use the champion points inspiration boost, but had a 10% ESO Plus buff active. To get my character from Enchanting level 1 to 50, I needed 296 150 champion points superb glyphs of stamina. With inspiration boost active, we could have done that with lesser glyphs. The deconstructing process took less than 10 minutes. If you are on PC and you use the recommended add-on Multicraft, you can deconstruct that amount easily. In my example of 20 gold per glyph, we would have needed around 6000 gold for the complete power level process. And we used 296 Regera, Deni and Denata. The second method is faster, but also a bit more expensive. In this case, we will create an epic purple 160 champion point glyphs. We will use Idate as potency rune, since you can buy this rune for a good price. We will also use as essence rune the cheapest rune you can find or what you have stored. For example Dekaipa, Deni, Deteri, Denima or any other cheap essence rune of your choice. I took Dekaipa in our example. We will use as aspect rune Rekuta, which is not the cheapest rune, but we can create a glyph which gives us a high amount of inspiration. Please never use Kuta. Kutas are too rare and expensive to waste them to use them just for a level up process. For this example, I used now the 20% champion points inspiration boost and the 10% ESO Plus buff. That means I have 30% extra inspiration gain. Don't worry if you don't have access to that bonus inspiration. You just need to create some more extra glyphs to reach Enchanting level 50. To get Enchanting from level 1 to 50 on this character, I needed 169 truly superb glyphs of Frost Resist. And the complete crafting and deconstructing process took us less than 10 minutes. As runes we used 169 Itade, Dekaipa and Rekuta. With my example we would have to spend 55 gold per glyph. and that means we would have to invest 9,350 gold for all the materials. Since the market price can change a lot, it can be that the price will go low or maybe higher. Additionally, it depends on which platform and server you are playing, since the prices can vary. As you can see, you can craft, deconstruct and power level enchanting in about 10 minutes. The crafting and deconstructing process is really fast done. In case you need to do some shopping first, you will need a bit more time, especially if you travel across Tamriel to find some good deals. Of course, you can also mix both methods and craft and deconstruct first a bunch of blue glyphs. And when you reach the higher level, you will start to deconstruct purple glyphs. I just prefer to stick to one single glyph since the deconstructing process is much easier. Especially if you use the add-on Multicraft, which does the work for you. Hopefully you enjoyed my quick guide how you can power level enchanting in the Elder Scrolls Online. It would be wonderful if you subscribe, like or leave me a comment. Have a nice day and until next time, tschüss!